Namaste everyone. I'm going to give you a energizing short kriya for enhancing your radiant body and electrifying your aura so that you can be more magnetic. So we're going to inhale, open the chest, exhale, bring the hands out. So keep going. This is also good for the heart chakra and helping you to become more heart-centered, more heartfelt, and more charismatic, exuberant. Inhale, hold the hands back, press the shoulder blades together, open up the chest, tuck in the chin. Hold the chest wide, hold the fingers like antennas, really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale more air through the nose, exhale through cannon fire breath. Inhale. Hold the heart open. Exhale, cannon fire. Inhale. Open, really squeeze. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Exhale. Now bring the hands, shoulders. So now it's an O-shaped breath. It is an O-shaped breath. And I'm just kind of bringing my shoulders up and around. And what we're doing in that is we're really massaging this whole area, we're energizing this whole area. So really get a whole sort of rotation of the shoulders. Inhale. Sip up air through the O-shaped mouth like you're sipping the universe through a straw. Hold the chest open, hold the fist tight, press the shoulder blades together. Sip up more air through the O-shaped mouth. Cannon fire. Inhale. Hold, press the tongue on the upper palate. Cannon fire. Inhale last time. Hold. Cannon fire. Now inhale. Inhale back, exhale forward. Through the nose, and it's kind of like your hands are out, kind of like cups, and then they kind of come forward in front of your heart. So back, it's kind of like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and then coming forward. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale, cannon fire out, come seated on your bottom. So you should feel already energized. Your aura is energizing, your heart is energizing, making you more charismatic and bold. You're going to lift your arms up. I'm kind of sitting on my dress. Lift them up and then down like this. That's actually inhale. So inhale, your hands are just directly across your heart line, and then exhale, hands are up. Try to keep your spine still, so don't be like jerking like back and forth. It shouldn't feel like a rocking horse. It's just your hands coming up and down. And don't go below your heart line. And keep your fingers like antennas so that energy to flow, the chi can move. Inhale, reach up. Stretch your fingers like antennas and pull from the fingertip energy of the universe and pull it through your armpit into your heart. Inhale deeper, hold the breath, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, squeeze, use the fingertip to pull energy down through the wrist, through the forearm, through the armpit, all the way into the chest. Exhale, inhale. Squeeze, lift up the armpits, lift up. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands down, have them like blades, and just, you're not hitting, but you're sort of right here above the chest or the upper chest. And it's kind of like you're jerking, so you kind of come goalpost, right, like a goalpost, and then you bring it in. So inhale, exhale through the nose. And this should feel like a lot of fast movement, force, a lot of strong force. You're jerking. Now go strong, fierce, tighter, faster. Now super fast. So fast you can't even see your hands. But then keep your breath steady with the motion. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So doing hands up like this and out like this. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now strong force. Should feel like almost like a cannon breath out of your nose. So it's a strong force of, it's a strong exhale through the nose. It should feel like a heat, like you're almost sweating. You should feel you're sweating underneath your armpits. Go even stronger, fiercer, bring it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now feel the energy in between your hands. Feel it electrified. See it in your third eye as you look down into it and see it as pure white energy. Exhale. Inhale. Sustain the breath. Tuck in the chin, open the chest, press the tongue on the upper palate. Really hold that energy. Look down. Roll your closed eyes off the tip of the nose into the center space of your hands. Exhale, now long deep breathing through the nose. And just move your hands forward and back slowly, as though you're massaging. Look with your closed eyes as you roll your third eye off the tip of your nose, looking down into the space between your palms. See the chi. Massage the chi open, close, close and further back. Relax. Fall down into the space between your palms. See it as white, pure energy, pure energy, pure creative heart energy, pure charisma. See that white tantra. See that relationship harmony, that relationship purity, that relationship virtue, that relationship reverence. Go completely still now. Make a conscious choice to heal the deeper heart, heal the red heart, the red of anger, heal the red heart, the deep bloody red of anger, of fear, of anxiety. Heal the seaweed green heart, heal the deep emotions, heal the deep emotions of loss, of confusion, of upset, disappointment, the weeds. Heal the deep blue of the heart. Heal the blue of the heart. And see the white of the heart like a white rose in the center of your chest, perfectly preserved by your aura and your intelligence, perfectly preserved within the chaos of your heart. The white rose in the jungle of your red, green, and blue energy, it is perfectly preserved in the beast of your heart, untouched by the beast of your wild heart. Nothing can get to that white heart. Nothing can destroy that white heart, that white rose. It is perfectly preserved. This is your inner child. Now see it, know it, visualize. This is your inner child, this white rose, in the chaos of your heart, in the chaos, the crises that always is, in the jungle of your beastly, howling, roaring, humming heart. There's a white rose that is inner child. Now see it, close your eyes, look into it and see it, the white rose. This is your platonic, kindred, unconditional love for yourself and for your tribe, your soul team. See that white rose, go into it, remember it as you were when you were 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In the womb of your mother, you are this white rose, the purity of your soul. Now go into it and see it in your heart and see it prevailing over all of the shadows in the chaos of your jungle. See the white rose, find it, search for it. Search for it in the chaos and the beast of your heart. Search for it and find it. Find it. Make room for it. Weed whack through the jungle. Clear out the weeds, the excess of emotions and people and things and attachments. Cut through the weeds. Cut through the jungle. Create sunlight within the jungle so that your white rose can be nourished. Cut through, claw through the emotions that you do not need, that you do not want. So that this white rose is available to you, not hiding, not entangled, not out of reach, not ignored, denied, in the darkness, left alone. Let the white rose be everything to you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now bring the hands together. Press the hands real tight together at the sternum. Real tight. You're balancing the hemisphere now. You're balancing both hemispheres of the brain through pressing the palms tight together like this. Pressing it into your sternum, but using the force of both palms. Feel that resistance. Feel that balancing going on in the hemispheres. The force in your hemispheres is equalizing both of your, both masculine and feminine brain hemisphere makeup. Inhale long and deep through the nose and feel that adjustment as you're being balanced, equalized in your brain. So you're not overly masculine and aggressive. If you're too masculine, you're aggressive, right? And you're not too feminine where you are submissive, right? We have to balance the hemispheres so that we can be masculine and we can be determined, right? But we also can be feminine, which is we are available but not submissive, where we're taken advantage of. We need to be determined and available. So this is what we're doing. We're balancing out that masculine, that feminine of I'm determined, but I'm also available, right? And use this mantra, ring it through you in a slow sort of tone, a low voice. Hari 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 Hum, 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 Hari 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 Hum. So it's hung, Hung. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari Hari Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum, Hari 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 Hum. Hari 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 Hum, Hari Exhale. So you can relax. So that is a Kriya, particularly for energizing the aura, energizing the heart. As you can feel after you do this, you definitely feel a lot more charismatic. You definitely feel like physically a lot more sort of robust energetically. You feel like you have a sort of a more athletic sort of energy to you, which Miss Kriya is wonderful for if you're going out. You wanna activate your radiant body. You're going somewhere to meet somebody, and you need to have that charisma, right? Your grit. You want to, meet going on a date or socializing or job interview, or you're getting an award, or you're getting recognized, right? And you wanna, right? You wanna turn up your radiant body. This Kriya is wonderful to kind of dial it up, right? So that you present a more charismatic part of yourself. If you're going on a date, or if you're sending a message to somebody, or a phone call, or seeing the boss, or whatever it is, it really, you come across a lot more energetically like radiant, and this is what we need, right? So that we can really come across appropriately, right? So some of us wonder, why do I always come across inappropriately, right? Or why am I seen inappropriately, or why do people look at me inappropriately? And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are what we would think of inappropriate as, presenting yourself, like you're naked, right? Right, that's what we consider inappropriate. You're going to your job interview naked. But there are other ways in which we come across inappropriate, and we don't even realize it. That isn't about being naked, but in other ways, energetically, we have this, our radiant body can be a little bit clouded by, let's say, our fear or our sort of anxiety or agitation that we've been building up, right? So it basically, our radiant body, over time, it gets worked and worked, right? It gets really, really worked by those sort of agitations that we keep harboring, and right. So what happens is the radiant body gets kind of brittle, right? It gets kind of brittle, and over time it gets haggard, and then it energetically, we become more like a weight, and that's what it means to be inappropriate. Is what we're saying is very weighted, right? There's no energy to it, right? It's weighted, meaning usually when somebody's speaking to you and they're very weighted in the way that they're speaking to you, or you can just feel it, is because they have an agitation inside of them that's really attacking the radiant body, and kind of sort of dissolving the radiant body. When you think of, there's certain, like certain, like certain metals that dissolve very quickly in contact with other metals, right? So it can be like that agitation kind of rubbing up against your radiant body. It just kind of makes it very, just kind of heavy, and sort of makes you bulky, right? Energetically, and then psychologically, you seem bulky, and you're inappropriate to people, right? And the way you come across, or your reputation, or the way you're viewed, or the way you view yourself, or view other people. So this is just a good creative, right? We want to clean the view, right? So that we don't have a obscured view, or distorted view, or misappropriated view, right? So that we can really have a view of ourselves and a view of the world, and also to have what we call the public view, right? There's a public view of us that's more of our radiance, right? Which is about our inspiration, right? More about our creativity rather than the agitation. That should not be the primary approach to who we are. But if we don't really, to get the sort of agitation worked out of us, exercise that agitation in the form of like chi massage and chi release, what happens is that agitation, when we come across as like agitated, or we come across angry, or we come across, we can discuss about really heavy loaded discussion topics, like of sexual trauma, or of economic instability, and still have this sort of this refined, prestigious energy, right? This radiant body, where we come across more clear-headed in that sort of radiant body. Then when we don't use our radiant body, we don't come across as clear-headed. usually we are moving through other channels, right? The channel of anger, or the channel of uncertainty, or the energy of we are misappropriating ourselves, and then the subject, and then the people involved, and then trying to navigate ourselves through that. So this will help you to have a more clear sort of communication with publicly with other people. It could be a wide amount of people, but just in the way that you just look more radiant, and just naturally, and it's not of a sort of a superficial, or sort of like a face mask or face massage. It's called an energy massage, right? We don't go to the guru or the yogi because he looks sexy, right? Or we don't really necessarily go to the teacher because the teacher's hot, right? Like, ooh, the teacher, like, right? Usually we go because their radiant body is like, whoa, it's like sizzling to touch, and you don't even need to touch them, you just go in their energy, their aura, and you're, right? And that's that radiant body. But also with that radiant body, you also, when you do really shine, right? You shine, it also, it attracts, like moths to a flame. And sometimes those moths, you don't want them around, right? So that it also gives you an energy of charisma, where you also, like, you can cut out the moths, right? You can say, get out, right? Because who wants, it's like a, you don't want to be in an aura with a bunch of moths just, like hanging around, right? So that's where we have the energy of charisma to be able to kind of sizzle and burn people off of our energy that are trying to, like, like those fish cleaners, you know, kind of, kind of burn them off. In the spiritual realm, as well as like in the material sense, of people that may be trying to cling on to you, or codependent, or latch on. This is also good radiant body, but also charisma, burn you off of me, right? Don't even, if you don't touch me, right? If I don't want you to touch me, don't touch me, right? I just burn you off, right? So it's kind of like a double sort of shine, but also don't touch me because I'll burn you, right? In the way that my aura has a defense mechanism where it's not going to let you just fish clean off of me and do that kind of thing. Or moths are just hanging around. It's like, woo, no. So thank you for joining me, and Satnam.